I saw my email pop up the other day, like an email came from you guys about, and I opened it and it was like, oh, Jacqui's got all these new leads. And I was like, oh, that's me. Yeah, sure. So I work as a naturopath and a herbalist, and it really involves, I guess, working with my women clients in my clinic in Adelaide to help them with hormone health and how to really, overcome their health concerns naturally, and guiding them through perhaps over like a 3, 6, 12 month program to get them where they want to be with their health. Getting new clients, that always felt like a bit of a struggle, trying to get new clients into the practice, and that constant struggle of, where am I going to find new people, and, how many new people am I getting each week so the business grows effectively. The time to do the marketing I always found really challenging because, if I was busy in clinic, it was always another thing that I was trying to get time to do, which seemed to always go to the bottom of the list. And I think the overwhelm, was a bit of a struggle as to what to do next. It was often like, I knew I had to do some marketing and I knew I needed new clients, but where do I start, and, how do I go about it? And it just probably felt quite overwhelming, I think, at that stage. Just through the team there at Search It Local, I'd already done some stuff through Google My Business with you guys, and that way, I sort of got told about it via a phone call from one of the staff. The solution, I think, the solution of taking away that overwhelm, as well as actually implementing it. I think, as a business owner, I always feel like I'm trying to, do this next thing, but I never quite gets there to actually happening. And I seem to do a lot of planning, but I guess, to actually get something in place and implemented, I always found a struggle. So it took away a lot of that overwhelm and implementation side of things. The automation, I think, is huge, because obviously just knowing I can see the leads coming in on my emails, and knowing that, there's stuff happening, while you're sleeping, and people coming into your email list, that real sort of set and forget feeling. Obviously, we're doing stuff with those leads after, but just that, not having that stress of, how am I going to get new people? I know I've got this database now of people sitting there that are potentially, new clients for me. I've also seen, obviously, a big growth in my email list, which has been amazing, because a lot of times when, you work as a naturopath, people might not want to commit necessarily straight away, but it's getting that relationship going. So if you can start building those relationships with new clients, I feel like that's such a great way, and it's actually people that are interested in what you're doing and, what you're offering. And then you've got them there, to market to as you please. Well, at the time when I came on board with the TLC system, we were actually right in that, first month of the COVID stuff. And I had, quite a drop in new clients, and I knew I had to do something, I guess. And this probably would have been coming for a long time, because, new clients is obviously how we grow the business. But I think the big thing for me was knowing I had to do something differently, and knowing that what I had been doing potentially wasn't working as well as it could be. So having that sort of next level of something to, get me new clients, I just knew that I had to try something different, I guess, something that I wasn't educated in, the marketing side, and I had to hand it over to somebody else and kind of realise that I can't do it all. So I guess it was time, because I did realise how much of a stress it was becoming. Each week I'll be thinking, oh, have I got anyone new this week? Or, is there anyone emailing or inquiring about my services? And I was noticing how much of that was determining, even my mood, and just generally what was happening in life, determining by the weeks of clients and how clients were happening. So the results that I've seen with new clients, I've probably almost tripled my new clients per week that I'm seeing in clinic now. And from last looking, I know my sort of reach, or my list, had grown by 500 people, which was pretty much, 50% of my list growth within a month sort of thing. So all of a sudden the potential for growth has been quite big, but also the clients that I've been able to take on. So the clients that are investing in what I'm doing are serious, and they're not ones that are, just in it for a few consults. I'm finding they are very committed because I feel like they were targeted properly and, the right clients for my services. So it's definitely been, I'm hoping they're going to be those really good, consistent long-term clients that keep on investing and into their health and I guess the business as well. Well, I guess it's made me think a lot further about what is possible and, how much more I can reach people. I think the potential now with my business feels a lot larger, whereas before I was sort of looking very small scope. I've been able to reach more people across Australia and do the same work that I was doing in clinic in Adelaide. All of a sudden I'm speaking to people everywhere. So it just feels like so much more opportunities have opened up, I guess, with this system. Things we're doing differently are, I guess we're looking at nurturing our leads more now and thinking more about building relationships with our clients and getting that conversation started. We've also been able to employ a new naturopath, knowing how the targeted program has happened with a certain amount of targeting. We're going to be able to do some different targeting and make that specific for a new naturopath that we've got on board. So it's meant, a new employee at this time, and really more future planning. So it's meant that we know we can use this system now moving forward. And if the growth just keeps on happening, future plans, I guess, are a lot easier based on knowing there's a good amount of income coming in and the growth is there. The possibilities, I guess, now seem Australia-wide, whereas before we always felt like we were just Adelaide-based. But using this targeted system just meant that, we can reach anyone and keep on growing even more. So I guess a lot of relief, and knowing that, I'm only, I don't know, maybe a month or two in, I'm not actually sure, but maybe that sort of time frame in, and to already have, quite a big growth and new clients and just feeling that momentum, I think it's just such a relief knowing that moving forward, this system does work and I can use it, in the future to target other groups. I think a lot of relief knowing that business moving forward now doesn't have to feel stressful because I'm trying to find, worrying about where I'm going to get new leads from, for sure.